Welcome, dear students of TYBC class. Now we are going to see the physics paper 5th, computational physics. In this paper, the chapter first, concept of programming. In previous lecture, we see the prerequisites of computer and various languages of computer. Now, actual program, here we start actual programming, and for the program there are two basic tools. One of them is algorithm. What is algorithm? Algorithm can be defined as a finite sequence of instructions which can be carried out to solve a particular problem in order to obtain desired task or desired result. There is one more definition or another definition of algorithm. Algorithm is a sequence of logical steps required to perform a desired task or a specific task. Or we can say that algorithm is a self-contained block or self-contained step-by-step set of operations to perform desired task. Okay. Now, characteristics of algorithm. A good algorithm greatly reduces programming effort. If algorithm is well prepared and good, it is obviously reduces the programming efforts. Okay. For a good algorithm, there are some important characteristics, or we can say that there are some important properties of algorithm. First, input. Algorithm must have 0 or 1 input. Algorithm must have 0 or 1 input. Then output. When program is executed, after the execution of the program, there should be at least one output. Hence we can say that algorithm must have one or more than one outputs. Then definiteness. When we prepare the algorithm, then every instruction in that algorithm should be precise. That is more accurate. Every instruction should be clear and every instruction should be unambiguous. Unambiguous means there should be no two meanings. There should be a perfect meaning for every instruction. Then finiteness. After the algorithm, last step should be termination, or we can say that algorithm should be terminate after some logical and sequential instruction. Then organize properly. Algorithm should be organized properly. That means what? There should be a logic when we write the instruction one by one. Okay. Then effectiveness. When we write the algorithm, then it should have the guarantee of that algorithm. It should give a correct answer. When we write the algorithm, proceed it, and we will get the correct answer, then we can say that there is a effectiveness. Then algorithm should be language independent. Algorithm should be language independent. That means once we can write algorithm, we can use it in various programming language. Okay. Then there is advantages of algorithm. We can say that this is a basic tool for a program. Okay. Then there is one more. When we prepare the algorithm, our logic is more and more clear. Our path is more and more clear. Then is again another advantage. When we write the algorithm, then after algorithm, the path of execution of program is become perfect and become a proper. There are many more advantages, but I think these advantages are quite sufficient. Then disadvantages or limitations. First, when we begin to start write a program, then it is a basic tools. But when there is a expert to write the program, or when we become expert, then it is a time consuming process. For large program, we are unable to write a algorithm. For small and medium program, it is good, well and good, but this is a time consuming process and some tedious one. Then algorithm development. This is the more important point. How algorithm write. First, when we prepare algorithm, then input and output are very important. Now, I am giving you one example. For example, use of shampoo. If we are new for using a shampoo, then we know that when we purchase a pouch of shampoo, then there are instructions on any one of the side of that pouch, and if you read carefully every instruction, we can observe that every instruction is precise, every instruction is clear, every instruction is unambiguous. Means what? At least there are 5 to 6 instructions, and these instructions are written step by steps. First instruction, for example, wet your hairs by 2 liters of water. 2 liters of water means instruction is very clear and very precise. 2 liter is sufficient for wetting your hairs. Okay. Then apply 5 ml of shampoo. 5 ml of shampoo. 5 ml is the clear and precise. There is no ambiguity how much quantity of shampoo should apply. 5 ml is a precise and clear. Then make a lather for 5 minutes. तुमच्या केसांचा फेस करा 5 मिनिट. 5 minutes. There is no ambiguity. 5 or 10, whatever it may. No, there is only you have to make a lather only for 5 minutes. Okay. Then rinse your hair by 5 liter of water. तुमचे डोक्याचे केस धुवून टाका 5 लिटर पाण्याने. I think 5 liter of water, this term is very precise and clear. And repeat the procedure twice in a week. Repeat the procedure twice in a week. That means you can apply the shampoo or you can use a shampoo according to this instruction twice in a week. Twice in a week, that means very clear and very precise term is. Then we are coming here. Suppose we want to calculate the area of the circle. We want to calculate area of the circle. Now, how we can write the algorithm for area of circle? Step first. Step first. What is step first? Start. Step first, start. Step first, start. Step second, read the value of radius. Read the value of radius. Then use the formula. What is the formula to calculate the area of the circle? Step third, area A is equal to pi r square. Pi r square. What is the value of pi? 3.14. Okay, this is the formula to calculate the area of the circle. Then print. Next step fourth, print the result. Print the result. And step 5, stuff. See here, this is the logical and sequential arrangement of instruction in order to calculate the area of the circle. Logical and sequential arrangement. If we write the formula in steps 2, then it is not a logic, there is not a proper sequence. First of all, if we are going to write the first result, then it is impossible to calculate the result without reading the value of radius and without using the formula. Hence, just start, then read the value of radius, then use this formula and calculate the value of radius and print that result and then stop. This is the logical and sequential arrangement of instruction. Okay. Then we are going to see one more example to calculate the area of triangle. To calculate the area of triangle. If we want to calculate the area of the triangle, then we have to prepare the algorithm like this. Step first, start. Step second, read the value of base. Then step third, read the value of height of the triangle, base of the triangle, height of the triangle. Step 4, use the formula area of the triangle is equal to 1/2 height into base. Then step 5, print the result. And step 6, stop. Okay. Then this is a very perfect algorithm. This algorithm is right in logical and sequential manner. That means first of all we are going to start to write the algorithm. Then we should have to read the base of that triangle. Then you should have to read the height of that triangle, and then we should have to use the formula area of the triangle is equal to 1/2 height into base or base into height, and then print the result whatever it may be given by this step 4 and then stop. Okay. There is one more example of algorithm. Suppose we want to write odd number up to 100. Then first step, start. Step first, start. Step second, assign a value to a variable a. Step third, print the value of a. Then use the formula in next step 4, that is a plus 2 and is assigned to again a. Suppose here assign value of 1 to a and then print the result a, and after then again add 2. Suppose now after this step the value of a is 1, then 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. 3 is the second odd number. Then go to next step, step 5. What is step 5? Is a less than 100, is the value of a is less than 100? If yes, then go back to this step and follow this step. If no, then step 6, stop. For example, now when the logical execution of this algorithm is considered, what process has been done? Start, assign the value of a, 1 to a, then print a. Suppose first result. then add 2 in A and assign to A, we get 3. Is 3 is less than 100? Yes. Then print 3. Then what is the value of A right now? 3. 3 into 2, 5. Is 5 is less than 100? Yes. Then follow this step, 5. In this way, we can find out, or we can write the odd number up to 100. Okay. This is about algorithm. Now, we are going to see the second tool which is very important before writing the program, that is flowchart. Flowchart is a pictorial or graphical presentation of algorithm. What I say? Flowchart is a pictorial or graphical representation of an algorithm. We are not new for this. We are very familiar, but in different manner we use it. Okay. Now for programming, when we have to draw the flowchart, then there are some specific symbols that should be used to draw the flowchart. Now, suppose when we are on the way of Ahmednagar, and when we drive our car and we want to fill the fuel, and we are the first time on that track, we can look on both the side of that road. Somewhere we find, or we can observe a board on which the symbol of petrol pump is drawn. Or another example, when on the side of road, if there is a signboard, and on this signboard if there is a picture of a school boy carrying a bag on his back, and below that picture, if 20 km per h is written, then what is the meaning? We are very familiar for this board. It means that ahead there is a school and you should have to keep the speed of your vehicle 20 km per hour. Just like this, there is different symbols which are used in order to construct a flowchart, and every symbol have a specific meaning. Suppose first, a hole. Shape of hole is like this. This is a hole, and this hole is used, O-V-A-L, and this hole is used to indicate start and stop, beginning and end. Okay. Then there is a input output block. When we supply the input, then there is a parallelogram. Okay. Or we can say that this is a rectangle. Input and output. This is the symbol of a rectangle, input and output block, and this is called parallelogram. Parallelogram is used for input and output. There is third symbol, rectangle. This symbol is used for processing purpose. If we want to assign the value of 1 to A, एक जर A ला जोडून द्यायचं असेल, assign the value of किंवा assign 1 to A, then there is a process. If when we are going to use a formula, any formula in a program, suppose area of the circle A is equal to pi r square. This is the process, and hence for processing purpose this rectangle is used. Then diamond block or diamond symbol. This is a diamond. This is used for decision making. If we are going to write a flow chart for decide the large or small number. Then we have to take that, after supply the input, we have to decide the input number which we supply is large or small. During the decision time, we have to use this, and this is called diamond. Then there is a connectors. If there is a vast or big type of flow chart, and if we begin to start here, write a flow chart, and if there is no space, then we can use the connector just like this. And suppose again remaining part is start here, then we can write like this. This is the ending connector, this is the starting connector. If there is a large number of flow chart and if below there is no space, then we can connect the first part of flow chart to remaining part of flow chart, and for this purpose these connectors are used. Okay. Then there is a flow lines, line of flow. These are the connectors. Then flow. How program is flowing? That means what is the first step, what is the next step, after then what is the third step, after fourth step, what will be the decision, what will be the output, and then where we are going to stop. This is the flow of sequence, of flow of instruction. And to indicate this flow of instruction or to indicate the flow of every set of programs, instruction, then these lines are used, these lines, arrow lines, or this is the line. These are nothing but the line of flow. And suppose we are doing, or we are construct a flow chart on this track. This is our main track, and we want to do some small sub program, then we have to go to sub track, another track, do something here and again back to your original state. That means this is the main track and this is the route, and this is main route and this is the sub route. For subroutine we are going to use a specific symbol, and this symbol is nothing but again a rectangle, but this rectangle is drawn or print like this. Okay. These are the specific symbols used to construct the flow chart. Okay. Then advantages of flow chart. When we are going to use the flow chart, then there is a better communication in between programming and user. Effective coding. When we write the instruction or when we write the syntax, this flow chart is useful. For example, suppose here this block, what this block says, add 2 in A and the result after addition assigned to again A. This is the coding. Or is A is less than 100, then yes, go back, no, come down. This is the coding, and this with the help of this flow chart, this coding of program is effective. Then similarly, effective analysis is possible or become easy. Effective analysis become easy when you are going to use the flow chart. Then systematic debugging. Debug means removal of the error in the program. If program is large, then we have to find out or we have to search where is the error, and it is, I think, quite difficult. But this flow chart helps us to find and remove the error. That is, systematic debugging is there, which is quite useful, helpful with the help of flow chart. Then proper program documentation. When we write different types of program, then for every program there is a separate or specific type of flow chart, and by looking to that flow chart we can say that this is the flow chart for this purpose, this is the flow chart for this purpose. That means proper programming documentation becomes easy when we are going to use flow chart. Then last but not least, flow chart, like algorithm, flow chart is also language independent. Hence it is very useful for user in order to communicate with the program or computer. Then there is a limitations. Like algorithm, when we are the beginner, then this is the useful tools. But when we are the expert in write the program, then this is become a time consuming process. This is become a tedious one. Okay. This is about algorithm and flowchart. This is very important for exam point of view. I think both the tools are very easy to study and understand. Okay, we shall stop here. Have a good day.